Is there any public library land or?
No. They started like this legal process, so the public library sued this building for not giving them place for books. And they said that this is like now a part of the new law, that this building was only in Yugoslavia a library, and in Bosnia it is a city hall. So that's how they resolved it. And they said no, the books cannot come inside.
Basically, they decided to invent a new function for this place.
In the law.
A lot of buildings that were burned down during the war, the government is trying to reuse them, but for themselves mainly. They are not open to the public like they used to be. They're not the places for people to hang out. I told you guys about the lack of culture in our country of like hanging out in town squares. We have like Skanderia is one of the town squares which is not used to like read a book, sit and read a book, or I don't know, whatever. You have this town square in the cathedral. You have all those mini town squares which you don't use because it's not like you're almost not allowed because there's always someone telling you like, go, why are you here, why? And you're just reading a book. It's not like it's forbidden to read a book. You're not doing anything wrong.
You cannot stay too long in public space. So it's basically in the parks, if you go out and go on the grass to sit, people will first look at you like you're like stupid or definitely a foreigner. And then it's like the next time we did this activity called Free Market, where we invite people to exchange like books for free and things like this. And we did it in a park, and we got sued for 200 marks because it's illegal, if you didn't know, to go in the public space on the grass, because grass belongs to the city and you can only go in the pathways for citizens. There it's legal and the grass is illegal, so I was really shocked also.
Just to make a comparison, you all know that in front of the Eiffel Tower there are a bunch of green spaces and you can actually sit on them and enjoy a coffee or even drink and like have a picnic or eat, and that's in France, in Paris, where in some kind of weird logic you would think, okay, it's forbidden to sit in front of the Eiffel Tower because it's the Eiffel Tower, but no, you can actually do that there, and you can't do that in regular parks here because the police will come, they will chase you away. Like,
do you have libraries in school, or where do you get
in the
books?
basement of our schools. It's usually
my school doesn't
2
have
rooms of something that's called library, where you don't have ever.
So where do you get information?
On the internet.
Online. Like online is the god.
Online. If I didn't have like torrents, I know it's illegal, but here it's not illegal.
But
So,
do you order books from Amazon?
So you
or?
print them off, the books?
no, I print them out. I take many PDFs and I print them out. And if I didn't do this, I would probably not know anything in my life, including English.
Yes.
We were just saying in the gallery, it would be our biggest wish to have small library of art books here, because even in the academy or art history department you don't have art books, and they're very pricey, so we cannot buy them personally. So we were just developing this idea to make this kind of into a small library where people can come and read, like students.
Yeah, just donate
So
books.
for example, one funny story, because I was studying art history, we had this Gothic art period, and we had no books because we need to study obviously paintings, and there was a book. It was about Gothic art, paintings, and Jesus Christ, and something like this. And it was black and white. And I'm studying art history, so I copied it 10th time in black and white. And I'm doing an exam, and I learned all the paintings because this one is black and white. This is a little bit different black and white. So in the exam I came and the professor showed me a painting in color of this what I learned, and I didn't recognize it. And I failed the exam because she was like, come on, this is the most important painting, but I only saw it in the book black and white. So it was really studying art history in black and white. Really. That's why it's my biggest dream to have books where you can go through paintings in color.
But if you started a project like Books to Bosnia, would that be accepted here as a gift?
I
or
think,
is it,
I think it
Yeah.
could be one of the most valuable projects for
Yeah,
students
if
here.
it's not through the government.
If it's not through the government,
Yeah,
because
if-
then
if
they would
it's
take
like-
money and do nothing.
Yeah, like
So-
if
And
it's,
printed black
you
and
know, for
Yeah.
example, you know me, I know her, so you know both of us, then you say, okay, I'm going to donate or make I don't know, an event or something like donation of books to the art gallery, for example.
And
In these terms, it's okay, but if it's through the government, it usually gets corrupted by
Yeah.
money
Immediately,
and
yeah.
personal wishes of the government people. So
And they said, yes, this was a library, you know.
Do you know what people, so in general people feel they're aware of the lack of these kind of public spaces that used to be? Do people talk about this? Like,
Not. Okay, so you have one generation, the older generation, that always refers to certain places in the city as this was this before the war. So you have this, but for example, the new generation doesn't refer to this kind of history, but only says that we don't have the necessary amount of public spaces that we can use creatively.
and what spaces do you feel, what spaces do you feel are absent that you, like what spaces were here and now are not here?
I mean, what spaces were here? Half of the city was burned, so I really don't know. But I don't think, for example, what I like is green spaces in the city, because in the war, all the green spaces disappeared because people were using the wood for heating. So it was all cut down, and now you have really just a little bit of parks and a little bit of places where you can be in kind of nature in the city. And then the second problem you have is now, because of the new buildings that are really like tall and breaking the law, you have more smog in the city, more pollution during the winter, so it's basically white all the time, you cannot breathe. So yeah, but I don't know really, I don't belong to this generation. I don't feel like I need something that was here in Yugoslavia and now I want it back. I more think like I want something that I really need right now. I don't care about Yugoslavia or anything.
everything bad that happens, you can find it in this country. Like economists study our country like the model of how things should not be. Like you know, this transition from socialist to capitalist, we still haven't like gotten the whole grasp of it. Like we're not socialist country anymore, but we're not the capitalistic country we so crave to be. We still rely on socialistic standards and socialistic ideas without actually seeing that we destroy that. We don't have that anymore. We live in this neo-apocalyptic whatever space, and we don't know how to behave. We don't know. We didn't have the grief period after the war. We didn't understand what actually happened to us, and this is the result of everything. This is the result of Europe being blind to what happened in Bosnia. This is the result of us letting someone else destroy and manipulate us to destroy our own country, which maybe wasn't the best. Yugoslavia wasn't the best model for a place to live in, but it was a good, simple society which basically took care of its citizens. And now you don't have that. Now you have just a bunch of people trying to do something and failing constantly. That's it.